Hello everybody, my name is Hammock. So today I'd like to talk about the Dr. Grodbort's Brainiac pack, so the Pomson 6000 and the Eureka Effect. Now as you know, in previous videos I've talked about Eureka Effect a lot. I've been using it for a long time. I've been using it back when all you could do is teleport back to spawn and you couldn't pick up buildings, and it's gone through many iterations, and I still think it's a really good wrench. And I've been using it in Highlander, I want to say for 5 or 6 seasons now in TF2 and occasionally in UGC. And I think it's really on defense. I use it on first point defense a lot. I've been using it for a lot of points. Pretty much the only times I don't use it is on last point, in which you might as well just go jag so you can build really quickly. And occasionally I'll use Sun Hospitality if the spy is just like running into me and it's just helpful for a fight. Like Steel E point, where every engineer just breaks their sanity, you know, you're just getting like bombarded with flank and spy and you feel like you might as well just kill someone into Sun Hospitality. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the combo because I've also been using the Pomson 6000 on and off. It's a bit of a meme because in terms of combat, like, it's bad. It's probably the worst engineer unlock, besides probably stock wrench compared to all like the other things you could be having. But I think it actually has some good value, and the value being that, one, it allows you to fight Deadringer spies, which, if you've played in European Team Fortress 2, Deadringer is pretty much the standard for spies in high level, because they can just stay alive forever. But with Pomson, if you take a fight with a spy, assuming you can actually land a shot since the projectile is so fucking hard to hit, you can drain his cloak and potentially kill him. And I've got a few clips, I guess, of me killing a spy, but I think you'd pretty much kill them anyway. It's more of just like, if I take on a fight, unless I have perfect aim, which I don't think anyone has perfect aim, it's very difficult to kill a spy in a 1v1, and with Pomson, you get that chance, and I like that chance. The other situation is it allows you to drain Ubercharge, which is kind of hard to do because of the nerf that they did to it, which I'm totally all for. Like, I'm not saying that like Pomson doesn't deserve nerfs. I think things like Pomson, Short Circuit, Wrangler, Rescue Ranger definitely deserve nerfs, but as long as they aren't nerfed, I'm gonna fucking abuse them. Why wouldn't you? So they made it so you have to be right next to someone to drain Medic for like 10% Uber. But as you get further away, like at mid-range, you only drain them for like maybe 2% Uber. But that's still pretty good, because what I use it for is, I'll just like, when we're in a position where we're equal Ubers and I can just go in for picks, I'll basically go in and try and get an opportunity to just run at the medic with the Pomson. And you'll be surprised how often it works. Like, it's easy to say on paper, oh, they shouldn't let the engineer just walk in. But really, there's a lot of situations where they'll see a heavy walk in and be like, oh shit, I need to kill that guy. And they'll see an engie and they'll be like, I'll shoot him in a second. Like, it's an engineer, what's he gonna do? And then you just walk in and just get like one Pomson on the medic. And I've had good bomb coordination. And I'll say that if you're a gimmick lord engineer and you're okay with running this, go in with like a soldier or a scout, or like when you go in for a bomb, like if a soldier says he's gonna go bomb medic, go wait, let me go in first. Go in, zap the medic. If you can, he then doesn't have full Uber charge. Your soldier goes in and bombs, medic can't force, he dies. Basically a drop, right? And I wish I had footage of that. I did it on TC Ambition a few seasons ago with the Roma at the time, Crimer. Not Roma, Soldier, I guess it is Roma. And yeah, we did that and it was really fun. I think it was on Process. And yeah, it's pretty hard to do. It also requires coordination, and I pretty much just run in. It's kind of like Murky from Heroes of the Storm. You set up your level 3 teleporter, which you will have if you're running Eureka Effect, and you just keep running in, hopefully going for picks. And usually there's these like stalemate bits, like for example pushing last in like Badwater or Upwood or Borneo, like those kinds of maps. You get up your teleporter, you're pushing the cart gets to the point where you can't really push it anymore without the enemy team just killing you for free for just walking in. So it's kind of just waiting for the Uber exchange, and you can kind of just use that time to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a medic pick. And I don't know, it depends on your play style. There's people who like to call themselves DMNGs who can frag. They basically have scout level DM, and if you can do that, you should, because that's probably the best way to play NG. I have very inconsistent aim. I use a really high sensitivity because I have shaky hands and arthritis and horrible things that basically make it so I can't aim as well as a normal person, but I play around it. I like to say I play smart, but mostly it's cheese. It's mostly hoping the enemy team doesn't know what I'm trying to do. And maybe someday that will change, because I'm basically just telling everybody in my strats all the time. It's fun. I like talking about TF2. So I've already tangented. That's the thing that happens. So the set, Pomson and Eureka Effect. And you're like, but why would you use those together? Pomson is good on offense and 5CP and King of the Hill sometimes, because you can run minis and you can just go in and use that to be a bit more aggressive and a bit more flexible. But with Eureka Effect, it's better on defense. Well, the thing is, there's gone to a point in higher level play where Rescue Ranger, like, it's still useful, but its usefulness lowers. So, like, in a normal game or in like a pub game, your gun will just get harassed, and you can sit back at a distance with your Rescue Ranger and repair it, and it's like simple. Like, you don't have to like worry about getting too close to repair it and stuff. And you get to use your Rescue Ranger to pull out your gun if you want to back out. So in like lower level play, you'll be like, oh no, we lost our medic or lost our sniper, we should back out to the next point. And then you can like run out, pick up your sentry, and then run away. Now in high level play, your gun gets taken out really quickly. Like, they're going to bomb your gun with like synced calls. Their spy's going to go in and sap the gun, and it's immediately going to be hit by like pipes and rockets, or you're going to get pushed in by an Uber charge and there's just suddenly 5 people on you. Like, if they want to kill your gun, it's going to go down. And there's also a lot of situations where, for example, bad water first or upward first. Upward first is a little bit more forgiving, but bad water first, if you try and back out and rescue your gun out, you're just going to be slow, and you have to run all the way through that like long sightline of bad water, in which you're most likely going to get high bombed by the soldier or sniped or shot by the ambi spy who's fucking far away and doesn't need to play the game. So using Rescue Ranger becomes less effective. It's still good. I'd say if you want to be consistent, you can still run Rescue Ranger. But I've definitely talked with a lot of engineers like Spamfest, and they say, yeah, I'm not really using Rescue Ranger that much anymore, I'm kind of using Shotgun, which is like totally fine, because in a lot of situations you want to have the flexibility to be able to fight people if they attack you when you're setting up and such. Especially in EU, where gun spies are very scary, and like on Badwater 3rd, where spies can just get up top past the dispenser because of the spy boost and the Dead Ringer and Whip and all these other strats. Like, you're going to be encountering spies a lot more, and having a shotgun on hand is nice. But I like using the Pomson. One, because I kind of like having the full set. I have like the full cosmetic set, it's really nice. I wish it had that little like gravestone thing you get when you kill people, but it doesn't have that. And because when you're on Badwater 3rd, the only real problem you have is either occasionally a soldier bombing you, but that should be dealt with, or a spy encountering you. And if there's a spy up there, I can have a Pomson. And since I'm not really using Rescue Ranger to back out, because I'm using Eureka Effect to back out, teleport out, set up on 3rd because no one holds 2nd at all on Badwater, I don't really need Rescue Ranger. I can just use Pomson to fight people and occasionally fire off spam and shit. It's also fun because I was playing a pug, I believe. I think it was like a high/prem pug. And yeah, this is kind of anecdotal, but there was this fun situation where a scout drank bonk, ran behind to go kill my teleporter, so I Eureka Effected back to spawn, and then pulled out the Pomson and just killed him, and then TP back to my base in the span of like 3 or 4 seconds. I just thought that was kind of funny. Like, that's probably not going to work in a match, likely to work in a pub if they're not expecting it, but I just like that. And as I talked about in my previous video a while ago, talking about all the different uses for Eureka Effect, I feel like the video felt like theory crafting. Like, these are lots of different ways, because there were like a few ones, like the landmine strat, where you put a tele-exit near somewhere and you teleport to it and use the range of the teleporter to telefrag someone. Like, you're probably not going to use that in a competitive game unless you're just fucking like trolling, or if you just are like super confident in this medic always runs out this side of spawn, I can get an exit there, I will kill him. In which that sounds like good frag movie footage. But having the infinite metal supply by having a teleport exit, which is one of the points I was trying to make, is very, very strong, and I feel like I need to keep talking about this because a lot of people still don't seem to be running Eureka Effect on defense, and if anything, I would like people to just consider, hey, you should try this, it's really good. Like, not only can you back out of bad water first and upward first without peeking a sniper sideline and set up your base really quick, you also have infinite metal providing you have time to set up and you're not afraid of someone just walking in and destroying your buildings, which I imagine is more prevalent in lower level where it's less coordinated. Like, you'll Eureka Effect out and suddenly there's just a spy or a soldier walked in because your flank isn't controlled, which is understandable. But I have some footage. I'm trying to I think I have enough footage for this, probably not. But I have some footage from a previous game in Borneo where I backed out to third point on Borneo, and if you know Borneo third point, where you build the sentry at the very top, it's kind of like a parking garage, it's got like multi-stories and such. The only ammo packs you have is like an ammo pack below you at staircase, an ammo pack far to the left, and both of them, going down the stairs, you have to peek potentially a sniper sightline who's watching from tracks. So, what I found is, because I use Eureka Effect to back out first, and I use it on second as well, because it means I can back out, set up a tele exit in Jenkins, TP back to spawn, place an entrance, TP back to the exit and set up my gun. My team can then teleport to Jenkins if they die on first, which I think is nice. Just having a teleporter up on defense is very strong, being able to have that consistently. But if I use it straight into third, it also means I can place a tele exit up top near to my sentry, set up the dispenser on the staircase to sort of like give my team metal and also potentially block a spy from coming upstairs. And I can teleport back to spawn, get ammo, place an entrance, and then TP back to third. So my team both have a way of getting back to third, although it's probably not as consistent. Like, I've had situations previously where the team would take the teleporter and be dangerous, and that teleporter is mainly there as a source of metal for me. I can TP out, and in the space of like 3 to 4 seconds, I can come back and build my gun without potentially peeking a sightline. The downside being I'm TPing out for 3 to 4 seconds, so it could be spammed out. So I make sure I try and pull out the Wrangler when I TP, so it hopefully has a bit more shield, but that is the obvious downside. I'm not saying Eureka Effect is necessarily a straight upgrade. You can just use Jag. It's likely the best wrench in all situations, but I like Eureka Effect because of this utility and interesting, and I just think it's really fun. So if you're playing UGC Platinum in EU this season, you should see me in scrims and officials, hopefully. I'll be on Team Synthesis, running around Pompsoning people, hoping for the Dead Ringer nerf. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this talk. Also, on my Twitch channel, I've been Twitch streaming TF2, a bit of Overwatch, and I'm going to be doing a bit of a giveaway, so if you can follow my Twitch, there'll be a 10 TF2 key giveaway. I think the giveaway will end in like a week or so. I had it set so it was gonna like run out somewhere in September. So if you follow, you can get into that giveaway. It's easy. Get some free TF2 keys potentially, and I'll be able to stream way more often. That'll be really nice. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.